It's on, it's recording.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Oh, I'm okay.
Hi, welcome back to Work in Progress Wednesdays with me, Nancy Lantis. I am joined today by playwright, director, producer of plays and children, my husband, producer of events for the city of Santa Clarita, Phil Lantis, ladies and gentlemen. Phil Lantis.
Hi, everybody.
We're here to talk about Casserole and working on Zoom. In this day and age, pretty much theater is a work in progress. The theater on Zoom it's getting better and better, and we're discovering our mistakes and what worked. Let's start with the play writing.
Well, it started with the idea of family meeting on Zoom, so it can have physical things that are associated with it, and often in writing a play, and not that I've written tons of them, but the few I have, you visualize it in a certain way, and it's kind of hard to ebb and flow while you have a kind of static visual in your mind. And actually in the kind of first draft, there was, in the first act, there wasn't basically any conflict, so...
I'm sorry, I thought you were going to go somewhere else, but go on, keep going.
So I went back in and added, or highlighted the conflict, because obviously drama requires conflict. That was the hardest thing about the Zoom limitation, is it became a self-limitation in trying to get it out.
Well, we did theater in a 25-seat theater in Hollywood 25 years ago.
22 years.
Long time ago. And in writing for that and in directing for that, you have to be very creative about what you can do.
I agree, limitations are a good thing. The empty page with anything possible is more challenging than, okay, you're writing about this or that. For the writing, it really was just a visualization and kind of the approach. It was just different, I would say.
Are you going to, on your next play, start sooner?
Once again, my process, as you know, dear, I have to let it rumble around. I started writing it in my brain.
In the womb.
Not that far ago. I started thinking about the characters and the relationships and that limitation of the Zoom meeting, what would that look like, probably in July. And there were a couple things that I hadn't figured out until right before the writing. The brain's working on it, and usually I have to have those key points inciting the incident. I don't mean to go into structure, kind of arc if it's going to be.
When you first wrote it, two of the characters shared a screen, so we were hoping to get a couple of actors that were cohabitating. That didn't happen, that kind of fell through, so you had to do a little bit of rewriting, and it worked out really well. And that was through the rehearsal process a little bit too. We found ways to adjust the dialogue.
But actually what worked out good for it was the two gay characters. We really lucked out on finding two great actors. Obviously the other three actors were wonderful too, but we already knew them.
You said something, made me think of something.
Was it deep thoughts?
No. It was, yes. So for Zoom, you are very limited to your space, your background. We're not using virtual background. How do you make it a little bit different? And having two characters share a screen would have been a great way to kind of break up the monotony.
The original vision was 4 boxes then. 2 boxes is great. 3 boxes is kind of awkward. 4 boxes is great. 5 boxes is
6 boxes are great.
I'm not getting
7
well.
boxes
Actually,
are
no,
awkward.
6.
491 boxes is awkward.
Is perfect.
492 is great.
Zoom is kind of halfway between theater and film. The size of the acting needs to fit with that. But the other thing that's even different than film is there are very few films, even TV shows, that are entirely close-ups and multiple close-ups at once. I think people are, getting used to it, but it's an odd medium.
Even talking to the camera, that happens rarely too. Moving forward, God forbid we have to do this sort of thing again to be creative. What kind of did you learn?
Really, I think it's at the other end, it's the technical end. We made the choice to record, which I think was great. But really, it's all at the tech end. If we wrote Stuffing, the musical, because they all say, let's get together for Christmas.
If you'd watched the show, you would have gotten that.
And I can't speak for the directing or acting.
We're about to.
From the technical end, it would be good to continue with that. I think there is more opportunity with the medium and the limitations of the medium. I think you could go a little quirky framing, if you will. This is weird.
I'm weirded out.
It makes me think that there's opportunity there, and I'm sure people have done that, I just haven't seen it.
May I?
Yeah,
please. Okay, quickly on the directing. It was not that much different than directing actors on stage, asking questions a lot. So it's a lot of internal anyway. And that doesn't really change, I think, no matter what you're directing. Where am I? Who am I? Who are you? What do I want from you? What's keeping me from getting that? That sort of thing. Fairly early on, we figured that out. You can't be as broad as you usually would be in a large space. So it's much more about right here. One thing I was really excited about is that everybody could see all the actors' reactions and actions and thoughts. at once. You don't get that on stage. Yeah, as far as directing, it kind of was what I would do anyway, directing a stage play. How about promotion of the event?
We have people now. We don't. Yeah, it's not our strength. I do want to go back to one thing though.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I know you're moving us on to promotion. But we did have a discussion early on about using the speaker view function. It really wouldn't have worked. It really, acting is reacting, and you want to see people. It was an interesting thought. It's a series of close-ups. It's more like shots then.
You're focusing the audience in one direction. You're forcing their focus and attention in a certain way. So it would really have to kind of go with the play, I think. So promotion, I don't know, hey, we found this great company. Jenny Thompson found a great company that makes t-shirts for nonprofit companies. And we had those t-shirts out there, which you can also check out. Whoa, they were limited time only for Casserole. We found out about it a little bit late. We would have probably started promoting that a little bit sooner so more people could get it in time for the show. But that's, hey, work in progress. You figure out what works and what doesn't, and you improve upon it for the next time.
Holly Faulkner did our graphic work, and we love Holly.
Amazing, it's so
She's
adorable.
awesome. Try to plan ahead, but this actually just kind of came together. I think it was literally September. SOS, Stage on Screen Theater Festival 2 was completing in mid-October. This other group wanted to do something at the Christmas holiday time. Oh, it'd make perfect sense to have it be Thanksgiving instead of it just being a family meeting, and made it a little more significant. And Thanksgiving is all about that, right?
Yeah.
It's about food and family and connections and
And
memories and food.
And some food.
It fit right in, so.
Anything else?
Definitely come to our YouTube site.
Oh, I got this whole
Skits
thing I
and
do.
sketches.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah. So
All right.
you can check us out at youtube.com/Eclipse Theater LA, on Facebook, Eclipse Theater LA, Instagram, Eclipse Theater LA. You can check out our website at www.eclipsetheaterla.org. You can also go on Facebook and find all kinds of theater community stuff going on. The Main New Hall, Olive Branch Theatricals. There's I'll try and comment with other theater companies because I'm drawing a blank right now. Thank you. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.